In today's world, club loyalty is something that is very difficult to find nowadays, as money can move anyone and any club is subject to the ridiculous prices that clubs are willing to pay for their players. One of those players is Harry Kane. Coming to the Tottenham Hotspur Youth Academy at age 11, Kane still wears the armband to this day at the club where it all started. But now, there could be a change of scenery for Harry Kane. Hey guys, we talk football here, and today we look at the possibility of Harry Kane joining Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. Harry Kane came to the Tottenham Hotspur Academy from age 11. He wears the captain's armband and has been the team's best player and top scorer for the last 7 seasons. His play for Tottenham and a reputation as a model pro has led to his emergence as the English national team captain.
We press, we're aggressive, fucking chances, goals,
and Kane is well compensated for all of that. He signed a 6-year deal with the club in 2018 that gives him a reported $275,000 a week, including bonuses. So, with 3 years left on his contract, a new coach, and a recently opened stadium, why would the face of Tottenham Hotspur want out of the club? This summer's transfer saga, which is now 4 months in, has had plenty of twists and turns and will continue until the transfer window closes on August 31st. And in terms of Kane, here's what has happened up until this point and why the Tottenham Hotspur starlet wants a new change of scenery. Kane didn't need to sign a 6-year contract in June 2018. He was already on a long-term deal at the time and it was set to expire in the summer of 2022. He was turning 25 in 2018, which was his prime age to make a move to another club if he were so inclined. Had he not extended his stay, Tottenham would have probably been forced to cash in and transfer him before the final season of the deal. Looking at it now, it makes it confusing why Kane signed such a long deal. But it made sense to sign another long deal. Kane was able to double his salary and Spurs were a club on the rise at the time. He wanted to be the one to help finally end the trophy drought at Tottenham, dating back to 2008. And cement its place in the Premier League top 4. Things were looking promising at Tottenham. In June 2018, Spurs had finished 3rd place in the Premier League, never dropping below 5th place since Kane's breakthrough season in 2014-15. They as well had one of the top young managers in football, Mauricio Pochettino, and a young core leading the way. Spurs were a rising force on the European scene, and there was little to not like about the club. A year after signing the 6-year deal, Kane and Pochettino led Spurs to the UEFA Champions League final. It looked like it was only the beginning for Spurs, but things unraveled less than 2 years later. Beginning with the surprising dismissal of Pochettino in November 2019 during a tough stretch of results. Spurs have since failed to finish in the top 4 in England in 2 seasons, thus missing out each time on qualification for the Champions League, the most prestigious and lucrative club football competition in the world. With no Champions League prospects and the future seemingly bleak, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Manchester United and Liverpool are clearly a cut above Spurs on paper. The now 28-year-old Kane is running out of time in his career to win trophies, and with Spurs in a rebuilding phase, according to Kane, he feels a move away is his only way to do it. I don't want to come to the end of my career and have any regrets, so I want to be the best that I can be. I can even be better than what I've been at the moment, Kane told Gary Neville prior to Euro 2021. My aim is to be winning trophies season in and season out. And I think that Kane has realized that Tottenham is not the place for him to do it. However, Tottenham obviously don't want to see their club icon leave for obvious reasons. First off, his goal production is tough to replace. Kane is averaging over 30 goals in all competitions over the last 7 seasons, and Spurs would struggle to do with only days remaining in the summer transfer window to find a replacement. A Kane transfer would deal the club a large sum of money from Manchester City, who are now reported to be willing to pay $150 million for the striker. However, the aftermath of the deal without signing a replacement striker could be vicious for Nuno's men. As we saw in the last campaign, Spurs sacked Jose Mourinho on their way to a disappointing 7th place finish in the Premier League, their lowest finish in 12 seasons. Thus missing Champions League qualification, they also suffered a League Cup final loss to Manchester City and an embarrassing Europa League elimination to Dinamo Zagreb in the round of 16. Another stumbling block to a deal is that Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy has developed a reputation over the years as a tough negotiator who doesn't easily give into pressure, no matter how profiled the situation. Even though there is a sense that Spurs supporters would not be holding grudges on a loyal servant of the club for pursuing a greener pastures, Levy is not one to turn sentimental, which will make the deal a little bit more difficult for Pep to get over the line for his striker that he wants so dearly. And as it's already been reported, Kane conducted a training camp holdout, and he finally reported to Tottenham camp on August 7th. That was 1 week before the start of the new English Premier League season, and a week after he was reportedly expected to be there. And the chatter was loud enough that it compelled Kane to put out a statement to defend his timing of his return, but without getting into specifics. It's almost 10 years since I made my Spurs debut. For everyone of those years, the fans have shown me total support and love. That is why it hurts to read some of the comments that have been made this week questioning my professionalism. While I won't go into specifics on the situation, I want to clarify that I would never and have never refused to train. I will be returning to the club tomorrow as planned. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize the relationship I have with the fans who have given me such unwavering support during my time with the club. This has always been the case, as it is today. Although the statement is vague, Tottenham fans were happy to hear something from their captain, as if he stayed radio silent, that would have made things 10 times worse. Kane had to sit out for 5 days of self-isolation before joining the full team in training for the first time on August 12th. And that proved a tight turnaround for Kane to be available for the English Premier League opener, which happened to come against Man City. Kane did not even make the bench for that game and was left out of the squad, which was a statement from Nuno and possibly Levy in saying that if you're not going to turn up for training and not show this club respect, you won't be playing. And although Pep is continuously pushing and pushing for this transfer, as he desperately tries to find a striker, Kane may very well have no choice but to stick around if Levy and Manchester City can't reach an agreement on a transfer deal that satisfies both parties. Kane would be Spurs' undisputed star going into the new season, and with trophies likely to prove a challenge in the first year under a new coach, Nuno Espirito Santo, he could turn his focus to a personal goal of setting a new Spurs scoring record. He's 46 goals away from owning the all-time mark for the club. He could see out the rest of his deal through the summer of 2024 and join one of the big contenders for one last run in 2024-25 season, when he will be turning 31. Edinson Cavani is still producing for Manchester United at age 34. Luis Suarez, another 34-year-old, is the top scorer for La Liga champions Atletico Madrid. Karim Benzema is Real Madrid star forward at 33. There's still plenty of time for Kane to discover more goals in his career and bring in more trophies. If that's with Spurs or if that's with City, that is left to be decided as this transfer window does come to a close. But let us know in the comments down below. Do you think that Kane will get this deal over the line and he will be in blue before the end of the transfer window? Or will he have to wait out his contract and then go for a new club? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you guys in the next one.